At the beginning of Ice Spice's career though, I really felt it was hand in hand. The music matched the body, and that's what people was there for. But now I feel like the body went higher and the music got lower. And then when the body wasn't where, you know, that audience wanted it to be, they was like, yo, pack her up. I ain't gonna lie. All right, chat, let's go meet for meat in chat, bro.
Hey boy, whoa, why are you talking to me like that?
Welcome back to the live channel, man. Today we got a fire video from the one, the only, the homie, Curse. Ice Spice is like thick again type shit. Yes, we've been waiting a long time for this video. At least I've been. I'm lying. Okay, let's get into it. No cap. Actually, I'm not lying. I saw when she wasn't thick. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think she looked too bad. There was a point where it did kind of get crazy, but I'm always here for like fitness goals, gym goals, and something like that. And then I've seen something where she said that she wished y'all never learned the word Ozempic. She really could have got it off the game, and we really could have been making her feel bad for that.
Well, guys, I didn't think Ice Spice
she
would
looking
do
good
it,
here, though.
but she did.
You know
and as one of the #1 Ice Spice haters on this platform, I feel like it's my duty to keep you guys up to date. I mean, we've pretty much covered Ice Spice's whole career.
The thing is, I don't hate Ice Spice because I don't think she necessarily did nothing wrong. Because Shorty dropped the song, niggas messed with it, then she got hyped up for looking good, and then she kept making money off y'all. I don't feel like that's any hate Ice Spice should be getting. I feel like that's y'all who should be looking at yourself. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Ice Spice getting hate to me doesn't really make sense.
The rise and
but
all the way
that's
down to the fall, but nothing could have prepared me for what just happened.
Okay.
And it said Ice Spice just announced that she is thick again, and the internet is going crazy.
W drop.
She got thin, but she wanna get thick again.
Nah, if you seen the video.
For those of you who don't know any context or have no clue why I'm talking about this, let me just take you back a few months ago.
Don't know.
So for starters, it's quite apparent already that Ice Spice sucks at rapping. Like, I'm just being honest. The lyrics suck, the rhythm is the same, and she isn't actually talking about anything in her songs. All the songs consist of the sound effect gra. She's either talking about poop, and you can't forget her talking about oats.
I will say, I've always hated, and I always will hate, anytime rappers do a poop bar. Every single time a rapper does the poop bar, bro, muting the song expeditiously, bro. It's one of the worst things that ever plagued the rap game. The other person who used to do it a lot was Lil Durk. Hated it every single time Lil Durk ever made any bar in reference to using the bathroom. That's gross. Leave it in the toilet, bro.
I know that I really.
You can't forget her talking about oats.
They don't know that I can't.
Oats is valid.
They don't know that I really am Bud. They don't know that I really like. They don't know that I really like poopy. They don't know that I really like poopy. They do know that I really like poopy.
Matter of fact, we're gonna play a game. I'm gonna have ChatGPT generate me a random Ice Spice song, and we're gonna see if any of those 3 combinations are in this song. Okay, so ChatGPT generated me the song Princess Diana. Now, we're gonna look at the lyrics of this song and see if we can either find gra, her talking about poop, or her talking about oats. Okay, so I'm looking at the lyrics, so let me try to find Ice Spice part. Chorus Ice Spice, like gra. The test is over. Anyways, going back to my original point.
But I was having this conversation the other day, bro. Especially because it's the beginning of her career. I do understand. Spamming it is OD. It sounds like I'm cutting for Ice Spice, but look, listen. Spamming it is OD, but it's like Savage is like 21. You know what I'm saying? It's like Cardi, Sia. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got, it's like Drake's, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has them. Now, granted, spamming is crazy. Okay, I'm not even gonna sit here and cap like spamming is not crazy, but like she just starting. And like you said, she's not the best at rapping. We know what was the OD reason that got her sent to like stardom outside of rapping. Because she did have hits. I'm not gonna play like she didn't have hits. She did have hits, but outside of that, we know what also furthered her career. You feel what I'm saying? That was really her looks. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like that has to be taken into account.
Thing sucks.
Like, we can't get Ice Spice up here and then act like we don't know how Ice Spice got up here. And by we, I'm actually not talking about myself. I never listen to Ice Spice music. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm talking we as in like a community of rap listeners. You get what I'm saying? Can't act like we don't know why Ice Spice is up here. Like, we did that. Not me, y'all. But like, you get what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure her latest deluxe album flopped tremendously, because for those that don't know, she dropped like a deluxe album at the very start of this year, and she only sold like 4.8K copies in the first week, which is insanely low for someone of her notoriety.
Yeah, that's
for
tough.
comparing reasons, Travis Scott's latest deluxe sold like 252,000 all in the first week versus Ice Spice.
Comparing anyone to Travis Scott is crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. That's comparing anybody to Travis Scott is crazy. Like, what are we doing, bro? That is a high.
4.8K.
That's a high.
So
Dang,
yeah,
I feel
her
like I'm
flopped
pleading
by
for
all
Ice
metrics.
Spice right now.
And I'm only highlighting these numbers to go into my next point, that her body is the main part of her show. If her music
There we
sucks
go.
and her sales are low, why do people show up to see her perform? And well, that's because they want to see her on stage.
Which crazy, bro.
And look, this might be a crazy statement, but Ice Spice's attractiveness and her body has been carrying her career for a while now. It got to a point that anywhere
It did
she
start
went,
with music,
whether it be
though.
on stage or at someone's live stream, the main focus of her being there was either her attractiveness or her dancing / twerking. Like, I will never let this Kai Cenat clip die of her being on his live stream, because this is exactly what I'm talking about. All Kai did was ask her to freestyle, and she did this.
Look,
I'm not saying it's gonna be good. I'm saying I can freestyle.
okay, let me hear you freestyle.
You gotta start going.
I'll start. Come up. Come up. Come up. Come up.
I actually didn't know she did that.
Come up. Come up. Come up.
Bro, no. This is one of the worst things that like a shorty rapper could do. I remember in the XXL cypher, freaking Coyle Ray had a voice, and I mess with Coyle Ray heavy. Mess with Coy heavy. Way heavier than I mess with Ice. She had a verse on the XXL, and then she just ended it by throwing that shit back. When I tell you, bro, that joint was single-handedly the most frustrating thing that I ever had to deal with. So any single time that I see a shorty rapper like in a rap situation, and instead of rapping their way out, they twerk their way out, it's just like, it be rubbing me the wrong or shoot nigga the right way, depending on how you look at it. I ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck him up. Fuck him up. Fuck him up. Fuck him up.
What are we doing? What on earth are we doing? Why are we acting like this is talent? Kai asked her to freestyle rap because she's an artist, and she started doing that. She's just taking the easy way out, and you can too. As I said
Yeah, nothing.
before, Ice Spice's body and appearance is very important for her music career.
I can
so
agree to
much
that.
to the point where this may be the first time we've seen something like this. Like, I've never seen people saying an artist fell off or is losing popularity simply for the fact of them losing weight. But that's what happened to Ice.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like they do be doing that, and maybe I'm bugging, but I feel like whenever, maybe not fell off, but negative publicity for sure. Because I was thinking like Ariana Grande, Kim Kardashian, but they didn't fall off. They were just getting negative publicity. Who else can I think of? Really, any of the Kardashians? Really, who else? I know there was somebody else who had a body change and people was going crazy. Glow had it in the opposite direction. Glorilla had it in the opposite direction for y'all that don't know. Like, she was getting attractive. And people were like, why are you getting attractive? We don't listen to your music for your body. We listen to your music because you rap hard. Get back to rapping hard. You know what I'm saying? Exactly what happening to Ice Spice right now actually happened to Gorilla that way. That's actually crazy. But yeah, I see it happen a lot though, but not for their careers. This is the first career
When
killer.
she had
At the beginning of Ice Spice's career though, I really felt it was hand in hand. The music matched the body, and that's what people was there for. But now I feel like the body went higher and the music got lower. And then when the body wasn't where, you know, that audience wanted it to be, they was like, yo, pack her up. I ain't gonna lie.
performed on stage looking very skinny, the entire internet was saying she had fallen off and that she had melted.
Fantastic teeth though.
Where the hell is Ice Spice booty?
On TikTok, most of the comments
I would have felt like I got catfish. I see it. Okay, I get it. I got it.
showing Ice Spice's slimmer physique were saying things like she actually has to rap now and no cake, no fame, which in
No
a
cake,
nutshell
no fame
just
is
means that the body
insane.
will no longer bring in the views.
Right.
The conversation of Ice Spice weight loss even went viral on Twitter, with this post getting 41.2 million views.
Wow.
And all of the comments are just hating on her, saying things like she's built like a crack fiend now and that she lost her spice.
But it's
there were
Twitter.
also some allegations of her using the weight loss drug Ozempic, but we're not going to get into that. My point is that her physical features are closely intertwined with the success of her career. And even though I feel kind of bad that so many people online are constantly talking about how she looks, this is just a result of essentially building an entire career off
That
of
is
appearance
true.
instead of actual talent.
is true.
Which leads us to where we are today, talking about Ice Spice's new announcement that she is thick again.
So I was on Twitter, and apparently everybody's losing their shit because Ice Spice is thick again. Oh my gosh, how'd you get thick again? But yeah, apparently she's thick again, and it's going like viral. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's wondering why she's thick, how she gets so thick again. And not that I care, but I'm pretty sure this proves that she was on Ozempic. Because I work with doctors, and when they was telling us about Ozempic, they told us like people who just stopped taking it gain their weight back like immediately, like just like that. Like,
One of the first things I thought of when I saw she had gained her weight back was that the internet may have played a huge part into her doing so. Whether it be because of the constant scrutiny or just the harsh comments, I doubt she would have gained it back had it not been for the overwhelmingly negative response. And obviously that's sad because, I mean, she is still a human. It's just a tricky situation because, like I said earlier, she has it on display and flaunts it in front of everyone's face 24/7.
Yeah.
So the expectation of people not to comment about it is kind of delusional. The second reason I thought of her gaining the weight back might have been purely a business move, which would make more sense because she literally made a song about it.
You see how delayed that reading was, bro? I gotta get better at my reading. That was out reading. It took me forever to get through that joke, bro, and then my joke, the laugh came last. Dang, that's a tongue twister.
In this scenario, if I'm Ice Spice and I know what I've built my career off of, and literally the entire internet is hating on me for simply losing weight, even if it's harsh and dumb, I'm going to gain the weight back.
My fault, my fault,
And I'm gonna make a song about it to make max profit. And it's unfortunately gotten to a point now to where unless she starts making good music, she's always going to be stuck in this male attention cycle to where she always has to stay at tip-top shape attractiveness in order to not fall off. And that sounds like a terrible position to be in career-wise, because currently this is the average Ice Spice fan.
Facts.
Bro, the booty is moving. She's not even putting no momentum to it, bro. She's not putting no momentum to it, and the booty is jiggling.
Nah, I would have hated to be in this clip. I gotta take back my Ice Spice glaze a little bit. Ice, drop harder music. I just don't want to be in this edit. I just don't want to be in this edit. I just don't want to be in this edit. I just don't want to be in that edit.
This guy isn't listening to a word she's saying. And I think I rest my case.
If you enjoyed the video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe down below. 4 videos a day on this channel, 1 animation weekly on the animation channel, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Goodbye. Peace.